Hello and welcome back, friends. If you're just joining us, make sure to catch up with our previous phases and labs to stay up to date with our project implementation program. We are now continuing with the implementation of our phase 4 labs, which are a crucial part of this project. Before we introduce our next lab, let's briefly discuss the dependencies for this lab. In phase 1, we've successfully configured Tecknosap's UK on-premises infrastructure. This served as a foundation for our entire project. Our first lab in phase 4, we've also successfully implemented our Azure hub and spokes and configured VNet peering. In this video, we are moving forward with our second lab in phase 4, configuring site-to-site connection, Azure to UK on-premises. This lab will help us establish secure and efficient site-to-site connection between Azure and our UK on-premises infrastructure, enhancing the capabilities of our project. Without further ado, I'll see you on the other side. Hello and welcome back, friends. Glad to have you here for the implementation of our second lab in phase 4. Before we go ahead and start implementing this lab, we'll be following the following steps. With Azure side, we're going to be creating a VNet, then we'll create a virtual network gateway, then we'll create a local network gateway, and for testing purposes, we'll create a virtual machine. Our on-premises side, we already have a virtual machine ready, but we'll set up our VPN connection, and we'll start testing the connection. We have this VM that we'll be using for our site-to-site VPN connection. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start the process. So we'll start by creating our VNet. We currently don't have resource groups, so I'm going to create one. And then I'll rename the subnet. And I'll review and create. Now we have our VNet created. We're also going to create a gateway subnet for we'll then go ahead and start to configure our VPN. We'll then review and create. The deployment of this virtual network gateway is going to take about 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and complete the other tasks. So we'll go ahead and create our next task, the local network gateway. Same resource group. This IP address is going to be our on-premises IP address. So we'll search. Then we'll grab the IP address for this machine. This will be the local IP address for the virtual machine. And will be this IP address. That's it. We'll review and create. Our local network gateway has been created. So we'll go ahead and create our VM. Choose Windows 2019 data center. I'll choose username and a password for future use. Go on to next. We're not going to be needing a public IP address, so we're going to go ahead and click none or review and create. Okay, let's recap for what we've achieved so far. We've gone ahead and created a VNet, which then we created a virtual network gateway, which is still being deployed. Then we create a local network gateway. And then finally, we've created our virtual machine gateway. And finally, our virtual machine. So these are all our resources. This VPN is still being deployed. So you can see still updating. And if we go to the deployment pane, this will take another 15 minutes. So I'll fast forward the video and I'll see you when it finishes. After some time, our gateway has been configured, and we're going to go ahead and set up our connection. This will be side to side. Going to next. We'll choose our local network gateway, and then we'll set up a shared key, which we'll be using on the other side. That's it. Review and create. Our connection has been created. We're now going to go back to our gateway. We're going to grab the IP address, and we'll go ahead and set up our connection on our premises side. So we'll go on to add roles and features. Click next, and we'll choose remote access. We'll choose the first option first, and then we'll choose the second. We'll go ahead and install it. The remote access installation has successfully been completed. We're going to go ahead and create routing remote access, our site-to-site connection. We'll then go on to network interfaces. This will be our gateway IP address, and this will be our Azure VNet IP address details. That will be this IP address. This will be our network mask. And the matrix is 16. Next, and we'll finish. 2 more steps left, and we should have a VPN connection set up. We'll use the shared key here. Let me go back to Azure and see our VPN gateway connection. Currently, the status is not connected. So we'll go ahead and connect from here. The status should change from not connected to connected within the next few minutes. Our connection has finally succeeded and it's now connected. We can go ahead and test our connection. So let's verify the VM IP address. This is our IP address for our Azure VM. And we'll try connect to this VM from our on-premises using RDB. Okay, that would be our IP address. I'll choose different account. Let's say we successfully connected to our Azure VM from our on-premises VM. We'll verify the IP address. Let's say we're now inside our Azure VM. from our on-premises. I'll try to connect to our on-premises from here as well. So I'll say okay. So our VM is reachable. I'm going to Bing now. Yeah, as you can see, the connection has been implemented successfully. We'll go back to our on-premises VM, and we're also going to Bing 10.0.0.4. And there you go. The two-way communication has successfully been implemented, which means our site-to-site connection is working perfect. Congratulations for following along. If you find this video helpful, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in our next lab.